Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to My Life on Paper, where I use paper and pictures to tell my story. Welcome back to Series 15 of Christy's Beautiful Life in 30 Days of Sketches. Here is today's sketch by Jennifer Gagne. And what a fun sketch. Look at all that mixed media in the background. So I pulled out a couple different pig papers from my stash. And I pulled out the sticker sheet from my stash from Photo Play. It's called Paprika, and you can see a lot of it has already been used. Now, this is kind of a little bit overwhelming to me when I have the sticker sheet with just a couple stickers. So I do like to trim it down and just be able to look at just the pieces that I have. So I know I'm going to use that banner, and I'm hoping to use that hand with all the fun colors. Um, Meredith is kind of zen, and I don't exactly know what the hand represents, but um, doing a page about Meredith, I felt like it really fit. I grab out my acrylic paints. It's a Hobby Lobby set, Paper Studio set. And then I'm gonna just see what coordinates with these colors on the banners there. And not all of them are gonna be exact, and I don't use them all either, but it's just kind of a to get my creative juices flowing. I know I want different color splatters in the background like Jennifer has in the sketch. So that's what I do first. And then I will get out my brushes and try to make big splatters. Now, I think normally when I am making splatters, I try to make them more like little and just give it, a little bit of fun color texture. But you can see in Jennifer's, it's like really big splatters. And so that's really what I wanted to achieve. So this is me picking out which of the three backgrounds I have I'm going to use. And it was between these two. Either one of these would have worked, but I kind of like that white through the middle. Even though that's not part of the sketch, I wanted to use that. And I thought the splatters would show up really well on there. So now I'm going to trim my picture down. And at first I start with a 4x4. And then as I'm looking at that, I think I can take a little bit more off. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And Jennifer's photo in the sketch is really square. So I do stick with keeping the photo square. And I think I go with 3.5 by 3.5, but like first I'm gonna see, can I take a little bit off her head? And I'm not afraid to cut off part of your forehead. I mean, I think when you look at it, your eyes still see her face. You know what I mean? Like it's not like there's a missing part of her. And actually, look, you can still see her hair and everything. So we're down to 3.5 by 3.5. I like that better. The next thing I'll do is I'm going to use my paint to paint a frame around that photo. So this is something I don't usually do, but I will give myself just a couple markers with the pencil that'll cover up with paint and it'll be covered up with the picture, but so that I know where I'm making this frame. And I'm going to dry brush it. So that means putting some paint down on my mat. Now, oftentimes I thin it out, but for this I did not. But just getting a little bit on the tip of the brush, and you can see as I paint more, it gets kind of lighter and thinner, and which was really what I was going for. But the left side definitely when I started off was a little bit darker. So I'm gonna get some down, just freehanding, and then I'm gonna make sure that it looks okay. And then I know I need to make it a little bit wider. So I will go in, same technique, no water used, just dry brush with some paint on a dry brush and make that a little thicker. And then I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to move on to my splatters. And I do add some water to thin these out. And I like sticking with the lighter colors. And I thought like the red and the pink were going to just fade into the background. So I didn't use those. But I will use the white and the yellow, and I start off with this big, I guess big, I don't know, bigger than I'm used to brush. And I start with my scissors, and you can see I got a big blob there, which I'm totally fine with. Um, but I'm getting little splatters, and I think that, and I would love to see how other people make their splatters if they did, that using my fingers to kind of hit it instead of the scissors are going to give me a bigger splatter. So I don't figure that out yet with the yellow, but definitely with the white, I'll get that. And I still get splatters, and there is some still a little bit bigger. Um, Yeah, you can even see that with the camera there with the video. So, but I will switch to um I pick up the green brush. So I'm putting a little bit of that same green from the frame, and you can see I'm starting with the scissors and getting different sizes of splatters. And I change to the white. And for sake of time, see now I'll switch to my finger, but for sake of time, I was using a different brush for each one so that I can wash them out later. And I think I just do like, I think it was bigger splatters when I used my fingers. So, and you can see that splatters were everywhere. I got splatters on my chair, which I kind of think is cool. It's a black chair with white splatters on it now. Not all over the place, but on the arm for sure. So now, when I let it dry, I went to my Vicky Boot and stuff, and I found this bingo card. And since she's holding a bingo card, I had to get it on there. And I did cover up half of that frame, and I am totally okay with it. And look how close that bingo card is to the color I used for the frame. That's just crazy. So, um, yeah, I love the way this turns out. So even though I covered up half of my frame there, I will get to use that banner. That was kind of my inspiration, my start jumping off point there. Throw that on there. I don't want to cover up the letters at all, so I'm very careful with how I put that up there. And then I will go to the sticker sheet for different things. I actually do go, oh, you can see those little stickers. They're just dots that were from the collection there, from the sticker sheet. And I'm using them kind of like enamel dots. There's a sticker that says, "You are awesome," and that will end up to be part of my title, but I thought it needed more. Kind of like the sketch, it needed something to layer underneath there. So I will go into my stash and get actually washi tape. Um, this was something that was I separate things out by color. So I have muffin tins sitting next to me. I'm not good at looking at them, but they're waiting to get put away in different colors. So this washi tape was there, so I grabbed that out. And then I still wanted something more. This was just a scrap from a recent layout that was laying there, and I thought, well, the green looks fabulous. I like the marbling. So I'm gonna layer that up there between that and the washi tape. And then it'll be a place for my title. And the "You Are Awesome" is only part of the title. I end up taking more another title from the sticker sheet. So I'll tuck that behind my photo. I'll layer "You Are Awesome" on top of there. I'm liking how this is looking. And then "Shine" is oop, I guess I won't get that to that yet. So more of those enamel dots. So I'm like, yep, I'm gonna put those on the photo, and then I used my hand, which was also part of the inspiration. And that this is when I will work on the, I don't use the "Yes You Can," but that would have worked on there too. I figured I had enough words on there at this point. Here is, oh, these little tassels. So again, picture of Meredith, she's colorful, um, vibe it up. And I stuck a flower on there. And eventually, oh, there we go. So, I get to shine, and I want it to go on top. And once I lay these all down, I will determine they need to go over to the left more, and then I will start to figure out how can I move that hand. So, luckily these stickers are all, they're not stuck down good. They're movable. This is when I'm figuring this out. And now it says "Shin." It needs to say "Shine." I need more space. Um, and so I can, especially with it being layered on the washi tape and stuff, it comes up rather easily. So I'm going to use my hand to get these, um, to hold them in place while I figure out what to do with them. And then um, I'll go backwards, which I should have done in the first place, right? And I often will. Yeah. So, but it all works out. So then the hand is going to go over those enamel dots. So I get out my little tool from Creative Memories. I think I have two of these. Love it. So many applications. Like I could have used these to like remove the stickers too. So I get these little dots off with the tool. Um, all three of them have to come off because I need more room for the hand. The hand goes down. Oop, don't lose the dots. And now I can put the stickers, the little enamel. They're not enamel, obviously. They're sticker dots. There you go. Yay. Okay, I'm going for it, guys. So she's got journaling around the page, and you know that you don't usually see my journaling very often, but I'm like, I'm going to show you this can be done. So I talked to Meredith. I would love to Meredith to journal this, but she's not going to. So I talked to Meredith, and this is what my journaling says. Mom and Dad went out to dinner with Tom and Becky while we were in Florida. The plan had always been for Eliza, Meredith, and Jillian to go out to celebrate Meredith's birthday. Meredith was not feeling well, so they ended up staying at the hotel resort and playing bingo. It ended up being an early night for them, and Meredith slept most of the next day. I did show this to, and you're going to see it. It's going to end up right next to that bingo card. It's going to be amazing. There was more words I could have used if I needed to. I could have cut it off, had I not, had enough space. Like, I could have written in a different. I have more journaling room that I could have like journaled it under the title. So I was free then to just write my thoughts, go for it, and then once I get to the end adjust it according to how much space I had left, but it turned out amazingly perfect. So, or I shouldn't say perfect, but just the way it should be. I talked to Meredith. I said, "Hey, read this. Is there anything I left out?" She said no, so I knew it was good. um, so yeah, make sure you check out the playlist below for 30 days of sketches. There are hundreds of videos there. Um, that are linked up by a bunch of different people. There, it's just so fun. I've been slowly getting through them. I think it's through the half now. Um, so fun to see what everybody's doing with these sketches. And like I said, I'm eager to see how people made their splatters, if they made splatters, and that kind of thing. So there it is. Look at that. See, it was like meant to be. That is awesome. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.